Hey guys, Jessica Alamo here with another Army Men toy review, and this review has been sponsored by trainsandtoysoldiers.com. Make sure to check them out. There's a link for them down below in the more info area. They sent me for this for free to review, and they have tons and tons of toy soldiers to select from. So, this is Conte Collectibles Alamo Defenders number 3. These are made of a very, very soft plastic, very different from most of your standard toy soldiers. Lots of detail. They're up there with Civil War in regards to their quality of detail. And, it's a similar time period, the Alamo. Not exactly, but close. So we've got our, rifles with bayonets on the end. These are really flexible, so they won't break on you, but you will have to run them under hot water and straighten them. That might take a couple tries. Like this one's been straightened. This one still needs it. That's nice because sometimes you can pose these guys slightly differently by running them under hot water and bending a certain part and then straightening them. So this guy's all of his gear, backpack, pouches, etc. Got a beard and a face. A lot of detail on him. There's a couple of these guys that have option parts. We'll get to them at the end. Clean-shaven guy, kneeling and shooting. You can see there's a knife around his holster. Rest of his gear. Staying and shooting, but aiming upwards. Clean-shaven again. So has a different hat. Slightly different gear. You can see there's grass at their footing. This guy is running forwards with his bayonet. Never heard that lesson, not to run with scissors. Possibly charging to stab somebody, just taking cover. You can pick. Clean-shaven young lad. Probably our commander. This guy's sword out. No need for a gun. Who would be audacious enough to shoot him? He looks very mighty. You get 2 of each guy on the set. Looks like he's getting ready to refill his gun. I'd say grenade, but it's too early a time period for grenades. Possibly dynamite, but I don't think that's what he's doing. Might even be just grabbing a snack. Or punching himself in the face. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay, so now we get into some of the guys that have option parts, or at least to some degree. Some of these guys you have to build yourself, so they come with things like this. You gotta cut it out, put it in. So this one is kneeling and holding his gun. This has been a real pain. I've put it in a couple times, and it comes out, and it doesn't perfectly match up with the hand either. And for the sake of the review, I will try one more time. Little hole, little peg, insert tab A, it's a slot B. See, there's kind of a gap with the hand there. I'm not sure super glue works all that great on these guys. I have to try again. Might be that the part that I tried to super glue was too big, so I just pushed it off, but see? So you're going to have to glue these. They're not just going to hold nicely for you. My eye! Get to him. This is an option guy, which is pretty cool. Same guy, different things. One is ready for prepping a cannon. Sadly, didn't get any cannons, but he got the tool to do it. Or a rifle. I really liked that because it's just really, really nice. It was very creative that you could have one guy doing 2 different jobs. It also adds to your soldiers considerably that you have option parts. And then, even if you were to glue these, which these ones so far have stayed in, you have leftovers, so you could even customize some of your other soldiers quite possibly. That's really, really cool. That is something I loved about this set. Next guy I really enjoyed was our Wounded Man. You see very few wounded soldiers ever. And I review toy soldiers every Friday. I'm thinking of a Japanese set is the last time I've seen a wounded soldier. That was a long time ago. And it wasn't even anything special. So, having a wounded guy, his gear's down here. You see there's a version of him here. Same thing, just hasn't been cut out. I'll probably keep these guys just for my stop motions and whatnot. I want to do a zombie stop motion someday, but I have to finish Gundam Father of Peace. I've been slow on that. This is probably the coolest one. You might got a glimpse of him over here. He's got two different arms and this work case. He has kind of a Jack Nicholson haircut. And he's the butcher. He's the guy who's here to amputate your leg. And I tried super gluing his arm on, but it just popped off. I think maybe the peg was just a little too big for the armhole. So I have to do some work there. It'd be nice if it was like made as a ball joint, and this had a ball jointed hole, and then you could have it move just a little bit. But that's getting a little complicated, and a ball joint out of a soft plastic like this would only endure for so long. But you can see that just pops on there, and it looks like the peg is still too big, so it's coming off. Tell me where it hurts, son. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. You're bleeding from both legs. I'm gonna take both legs. No, no, leave the legs. Leave the legs. I might have to take your lower torso. Oh, my arm. So yeah, these guys are really, really cool. I really like the option parts. I really like how some of the guys can do more than one job. This tool case is really detailed. Definitely something you want for your Army Men stop motions, or just your army, whether modern or classic era like this. This guy by himself is worth the entire set. Seriously. Seriously, now you got a surgeon. How cool is that? You never see that. Oh yeah, and the wounded guys. Those are my favorite parts of the whole set. So, that's my review of the Conte Collectibles Alamo Defender Set number 3. I hope you enjoyed the review. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe as I post a new Army toy review every Friday. And check out trainsandtoysoldiers.com. There's a link down below in the more info area, and they have just hundreds of toy soldiers in their online store. See you guys next time.